Hello, this is Malcolm Rose. Gonna start another Centaur today. We're gonna do an assassin, which we have not won yet, as you can see there. No Centaur assassin. We're actually gonna go fighting and we're gonna go throwing this time. We do have a decent throwing apt, +1. It's not +3 like bows, it's not absurd, but it's good. We'll train fighting and throwing to start out with. We will not put on this ring. Because we don't know if it's cursed. I suppose I should probably wear the scale mail. A lot of arrows on the floor here. But unless we found like a bow on D1, I don't think I'm gonna veer away from my throwing plan. We'll go for Oka. Or possibly Trog. Whichever one we find first. Looks like we found some gloves already. It's a little bit extra AC. Pretty good D1. Got some good body armor, got some ox armor, and we got a lot of stones. Let's not forget I do have my blowgun. Assassin is an excellent start, by the way. Probably should have curaried this thing. Looks as sick as possible, so why isn't it dying faster? Whatever, I'm just gonna curari this. Whip of Pain, huh? Let's get strength. Wow, these guys have a lot of brands. I mean, it's not like I really care about Vampiric, but... Oh hey, a Trog altar. Anyway, it's fine, I can kite this stuff around. Just grab this curare. Can't believe we wasted a curare needle on a knoll. I'm gonna inscribe this curare with Don't Fire. Anyway, D2 Trog is a no-brainer. Geez, if I'm worshipping Trog, I am tempted to just go bows, though. You know, just so his gifts don't go to waste. His weapon gifts, rather than the ammo gifts. I'm just gonna train nothing but fighting for a little while. If we find a bow really early, then fine. If not, then, you know, whatever. Let's establish some ranged here. I could just melee this thing, to be honest. Yeah, let's do that now. grab these arrows. It's not that throwing is bad or anything, it's just a little suboptimal with Trog if bows are available. Because he could give me like a, well again this is kind of a pipe dream, but he could give me a plus 12 speed bow for all I know. Whereas with throwing I'm sort of stuck just using whatever it is he gives me as ammo. But whatever, it's not like this fighting training will go to waste. Okay, we'll pull this thing up, watch it die to poison. Go down this one instead. Would be nice to have Berserk. Hopefully we get that soon. Kind of a get out of jail free card for some situations. Hey, Steel Tomahawks. Okay, we have Berserk. Why don't we, yeah, we'll go down a different staircase. We don't have Trog's hand yet, so... Oh well. I guess I'll just Berserk. Probably wasn't strictly necessary, but... Okay, he doesn't have any kind of hexes, so let's wait a few turns. Just want him to not be hasted. I'll Berserk and take him out. There's a skeletal centaur. Well, we'll identify these things by buying them. Cool. Now we'll go to D3. And I will identify a bunch of stuff. Cool. Now I see that we have Remove Curse, so let's try some of this stuff on. And we'll enchant up some Ox Armor. Let's go with the Cloak. Cool, we have teleport available. That's why read IDing is a good thing if you have stacks. As cool as those weapons are, I don't really care enough about them to... I mean... I guess I'll grab this Halberd of Venom and the Flail of Venom and see what the enchantment level is. Well, the Halberd's probably worth swapping onto. I don't want to train any weapon skill as the thing. I'll go ahead and use it. Problem is, these guys get like 2 attacks for every one that I get. So, actually using this seems like a sort of bad idea. Unless I were to train up the weapon skill, which again, I don't want to do. Let's try on this ring mail. Wow, well, not gonna do that. Looks like we found the temple, which I'll take a quick look at. Just so I can search for gods later easily. Hey, really nice war axe. Really, really good war axe. Well, and some curare. I mean, game seems to want me to go into the throwing direction. If I don't find a bow within the next few levels, I'll just stick with throwing, I guess. You know what? I guess I am going to try these amulets on. Whoa! Hey! Alright. Well, that's pretty sweet. Finding Faith Amulet this early and then Trog on D2 as well is sort of goofy in how good it is. Oh, there's some priests. That also makes me completely unworried about ammo. Although I'm not sure if that's really a thing in favor of if that's a thing in favor of bows or throwables. I mean, I gotta be honest, half the reason I don't like to go throwables is purely from an inventory management perspective. It's just obnoxious. Like really, 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 really annoying. Yeah, screw this. What am I doing? I'm just gonna berserk. I mean, even if you totally ignore the aptitude aspect of it. Wow, I'm slow. Hey, that's a good scale mail. Anyway, yeah, like, ignoring the aptitude, like, assume that bows and throwing have the same aptitude. And I would still probably want to go for bows. Even if, check this out, even if throwing is technically more optimal, which I do believe it's possible it is, just so I don't have to worry about this finicky inventory management garbage. But yeah, especially now that I know I have faith, I'm totally going for bows. Because, I mean, that's so many chances for Trog to just give me something awesome. It's an ossuary. Whoa. Wow. What to do here? Character's not quite ready to kill those guys yet. Well, we found the ossuary. If I don't kill this thing while berserked, I'm gonna be sort of annoyed. Alright, let's go in. I shouldn't have moved forward. Is this the one that has the dudes that can... Yeah, it's half sunken, so it may have those bog bodies in it. Which do an insane amount of damage. But I think they're like crappy bog bodies. They're called like decaying bog body or something. Let's see, 3d14, so maximum of about 45 damage. So it's decayed bog body. Throw a frost 3d5. So it's not that bad. Why don't we use some of these identifies? Get the wand of acid. And we have this book of necromancy to set on fire, so that's cool. I realize that this venom brand isn't the best thing, but it's our highest damage weapon and it's reach, so even without any training, it's a decent thing to use in here. We also have some heal wounds, so I'm not super worried about all this, although I would have liked to have had resistance available. Maybe this is not even the one with the decayed bog bodies. Although, I mean, it certainly does look like it. Okay, well, I got a big old pile of loot. Wait, what? Oh, they're bog mummies. That's bad. They should not have the same sprite. It was better when they were called decayed bog bodies, so that's what happened. They're like caster mummies. I could have been blindsided by all that very easily. Thankfully, this character's really strong, so... I mean, of course, that's on me to some degree, because, I mean, I should have seen that they were doing things like throwing frost. The thing that really tipped me off was that Trog was giving me extra piety for them as casters, and I thought to myself, like, what's going on? You know, those don't, those guys do not have spells, the regular mummies. Okay, I'm going to put these on the shopping list. We don't really need MR++ as Trog, but eventually we're going to be swapping off, so that'll be good to have. The wizardry is kind of like, nah, whatever, but we might end up casting some spells. Nice, some books. If I had a ton of gold, I guess I could buy some and burn them, although I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, I'd like this thing to be dead. Cool. Pull this thing up. Kill him with Berserk. Doesn't quite work. I think I'm still almost faster than this thing. While slowed. Crap. Okay, there we go. Alright. We can just kite this, kill it with the bow. Probably should not have tried to melee that bear. I mean, it worked, but... Okay, we get blinking first. Then we'll get... I suppose we'll get magic mapping. That'll be useful for... finding vaults. We have a ton of teleport, so I'm not going to spend money on that. I'm going to save up for the enchant weapon. Hopefully we find a longbow soon. That would be cool. But with faith, I can imagine it's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time until Trog gives us exactly what we want. Okay, this is a little much. Wow. I guess this is okay. I'll just pull things up one at a time. Yeah, I shouldn't take any chances if there's these bees around. Whip of electrocution. Got a big pile of experience from that. Little Centaur battle. Trog's starting to give me arrows, that's sweet. Okay, I think we're at the point where we can start using the bow all the time. Drop these stones. Drop these needles. Actually, we'll drop all the needles except for that curare, which could possibly still be useful. Go straight into Lair. Now our defenses still aren't, you know, super amazing or anything. No helmet, no barding. If we had those, then I'd feel differently, but what I'm saying is I can't just tab through this stuff just yet. Still gotta do some kiting and whatnot. Although this is a much easier layer than most characters would have. We pull back to this little choke point. This is about the time I would be definitely training some evocations if this character wasn't, you know, a centaur with a bow. Since I am a centaur with a bow, I really just want to be training the bow. On the plus side, if I find an acquirement, I can get up to my old tricks. It's been a while since I've worshipped Trog, but I can get some books. Why don't we go ahead and identify some scrolls. Hey, enchant weapon. We're gonna save the rest of those enchant weapons. It's pretty cool. That means we have 4 available. So we can at least get a +4 longbow as soon as we find longbow. That's really, really sweet. Let's turn off amnesia permanently. It is a little bit subpar, or it feels, you know, weak when you're using a short bow that has no brand. But I mean, you're still incredibly powerful. I mean, that's really just in comparison to the longbow is when you feel, that's the only time you really feel weak. I'm still able to basically tab everything that comes at me if it's coming from the edge of my vision. Whew. Thankfully the confuse works. I could have just walked away from him. I mean, I am faster than spiny frogs. Okay, we got the mark. Oh no. Okay, thankfully Confuse works straight away. Mambas are one of the few things that scare me in here as a Centaur because they are still faster than me. Really just Mambas and uniques. Certain uniques. There we go. Maybe I should have used some of these curare. Not that that would work on a spiny frog. Fire dragon, huh? That is... Oh, that is unfortunate. With no R fire, my instinct is to just not fight. But we could confuse. No, not really. 15%. Resistance, maybe? I guess I could just, like... Okay, yeah, do that. Oh, well, that's an option too. You can't just straight up die. Thanks, bro. Yeah, well, we're gonna drink Might. Can he even blast me at full range? Because I don't think he can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he can't actually get me. So I was concerned for no reason. Using all this piety and all these resources like that Might potion when the reality is he can't get me. Although I am glad I used Might there. It would have been way too tedious if I hadn't. We get a lamp of fire for the trouble. Okay, this is going to be our swappable melee strictly because of the MR. Serves a dual purpose. Let's go to Lair 3. I'll try out this stuff here. It could be like Slay +6. It's not. Not that I would be wearing leather armor for that long, but maybe. Okay, we can just kite all this. Probably slowed down Trog's gifts a bit with all that piety use I did a second ago. What was that, 3 Brothers in Arms in a row? Pretty wasteful. But hey, we got faith, so... Doesn't really matter that much. I mean, we're gonna get all that piety back super fast. Oh no. Redbacks. Thankfully it was only one redback. It's Prince Ribbit. Just gonna throw some flames down, make it harder for them to dance around. Wow, that worked really, really well for having no evocations. Technically, Trog's in the gift-giving zone, but we haven't seen any. Well, no weapons, I mean. Let's walk away. Try to get the confuse on him, and it works. Very good. Quite a few of these little guys. I'm still faster though, so... Confuse works, very good. Of course, if it didn't, we have Blink, we have Teleport, you know, we have ways out of the problem if we do somehow get trapped next to a Mamba, which is possible. Trog grants you a longbow. Sweet. We have a winner. Go ahead and enchant it up. We'll go ahead and buy the rest of the enchant weapon. So now have a +7 longbow. Get ready for fun. Until we're having inventory problems, I won't drop that brand weapon. We might find another. If I have two, I'll try to rebrand it onto Velocity or something. Anyway, let's go back to Lair. Okay, we're marked, but this floor is basically over, so whatever. Okay, Spirit Shield, nice. And a hat, which would rather have a helmet, but that's fine. That's a pretty good sign. I need to train some evocations just for the mana. I was trying to strike up a conversation a little bit with the guys in here. If it's an easy enough run, or I don't think it feels like it requires a ton of my concentration, I will try to chat with people a little bit. Just depending on how I'm feeling any particular day. You know what? I'm just gonna burn these books. Alarm trap. This Lair 6 is not so fun. This is what I was afraid of. 3 very contested entrances. Well, not this one, because this one has Dream Sheep. This one's okay. This is fine. The Death Yaks are big piles of damage, but can very easily just pull them up and kill them this way. Once we uncontest one of these staircases, we'll be fine. We have Blink to solve problems. Like so. Okay. Well, not like so. Didn't have to use it, but it does make me a little worried to be surrounded by this much crap. I don't think I could have I don't think I could have gotten one-shotted, but I guess I'm not really positive. We only have 100 hit points, and our defenses are not like, they're not even mediocre, really. Like, these are what I would call mage defenses. I mean, which is understandable since we've trained nothing. However, we've got the Spirit Shield. Okay, here we go. Got a little distance to do some work. With this awesome bow. I can't really walk away from these vampire mosquitoes. Man, so much of this stuff. I mean, if I didn't know better, I would think I'd been marked. Thankfully, Lamp of Fire really makes this easier. Looks like we've fought our way out of a contested staircase. Sweet. One thing I've noticed that happens a lot more under the new rules where, well, the new spawning rules where instead of things spawning over time, after you've landed on a floor, you know, in addition to the base spawns, that doesn't happen, but to compensate, there are way more base spawns. I've noticed that as a direct side effect of that, staircases are really contested a lot more often than they used to be. Now, that might be anecdotal. But it has been my experience. It's an enormous change to the game, for sure. And I imagine it's going to have an impact on win rate. Now, what I don't know is whether that impact is going to be positive or negative. But I would be completely shocked if that change doesn't have an effect on win rate, one way or the other. I think that more skilled players are probably going to be able to find ways to abuse it. on the other hand, it may benefit less skilled players as well, because that's one less thing you have to keep track of, which is, you know, are things going to be waiting for me in the floor above? My instinct, though, is that it'll probably drive win rates down overall, simply because of the contested staircase problem. I think that particularly if you're a newer player, you're going to want to just stand and fight a lot, which is certainly not optimal, but I think that kiting is something that a lot of people just don't do, even though it's kind of the soul of how to win this game with any kind of consistency. Manual of crossbows, that's cute. On some fire dragon scales. Without RC plus, I cannot see myself wearing that. As attractive as the idea is. Okay, that would be the end of Lair. For some reason, Trog has gifted me with a La Jetong, and I just don't care. I'm not even going to check it out. This character is really, really well started. Well, no, we're only at 48 minutes. Let's finish out dungeon as well. Should be pretty easy, even against these skeletal warriors, thanks to this longbow. Got a little confused there about the layout of this floor, just for a second there. Ah, it's an ooze vault miniature. Ring of Fire, we'll carry that with us as a swap for resistances. I see there's an artifact, that's pretty cool. Let's go somewhere safer to try it on. Yeah, I'll wear that for now. My defense has become a little crappier, but I get Slay +3. What is the wood invisible here? Snork Wizard. Trog grants me a battle axe. Nice try. A lot of centaurs, that's free arrows for me. Not so sure about this ice cave. I'm lacking in our cold. We may just step right in and step right out, so we'll see. I do have longbow flaming, so the main thing is I don't want to get caught up in those clouds. Hopefully this is a small one. Doesn't look like it is, though. Yeah, there's going to be statues here. Yeah, this kind of sucks. I'm gonna try this, because if I successfully do this, then I will get some arc hold. Now we don't have any resistance, do we? No, we don't. So I need to have a plan to deal with the frost giant that's here. I guess I'm gonna haste and just kill him at range. Oh wait, it's not a frost giant. It's ice dragons. I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Okay, you can only do 75 damage, I believe, so... Cool. MR plus, AC minus 3. I don't know about all that. Whew, plus 5 ring of protection. Well, we can drop these rings of fire. We've got rings of pro-fire. We can bail out of here. We can remove curse. I'm thinking we don't wear the MR plus AC minus 3 ring. Maybe soon if we really need MR, but probably not considering we've got Trog's Hand for all that. We got some interesting swaps for resistances here. So we'll just keep these on hand. As we finish out the dungeon. Whoa, a trove. Horn of Geryon. I suppose we'll be going into Vestibule just to grab that this game. Decently easy thing to do. Oh hey. Lightning Rod's good to have. Sack of Spiders, Box of Beasts, we'll just mark those. Phantom Mirror. A couple of them. Hey, we did have a Potion of Resistance. I should take a look at my inventory here. I don't need these Wands of Flame or this Wand of Disintegration. I think I'm gonna drop meat and jellies. Drop this book. Burn it for piety. Oh boy. Okay, he's confused. That's cool. Definitely don't want to eat that 66 damage those things can do if they're 3 stacked. Whoa, hold up. We'll use MR++. Curare. So that it's effectively not slow. Don't want to get crystal speared. There we go. Could have gotten a Bist there, which wouldn't have been the end of the world. I was in range of her MR targeting abilities for a round longer than I would have liked to be. Simply because I was tabbing too hard. Okay, here's Francis. I will walk away. I'll use the blowgun. Get him slow. We can see blink if there's a problem, but there's not. What kind of scrolls do we have available? Wow, still a lot unidentified. I'm not going to randomly read any then. Yeah, just wait for more identifies to show up. I think this is going to be filled with bugs. Yes, it is. Okay. Easy enough. Keep heading down. I think we're going to be, yeah, 27 bows soon. Oh, whoa. Confused Nessos. Take him out. And he has a barding for us. Sweet. Really, really cool. Game is being particularly kind to me. So just like that, we're pretty much ready for the end of the game. I mean, of course we still want to gather up resistances and things. Whoa, we're a tree. Well, we're going to use that, we're going to use that. I'm going to cancel so I can stop being a tree. Nothing I could have really done there except for walk around with more MR to stop that from happening. Which is one of the reasons why things with polymorph wands are really, really dumb. Well, things with any wands. Like, it's kind of stupid that I value MR so highly. I'm tempted to wear this AC -3 ring, you know. I guess I can grab the Ring of the Mage. In fact, I should have done that by now. Also, I should be curaring things like wizards, but it's fine. Should have used Trunks' hand a little sooner there. Plutonium sword. Not really going to go in that direction this game. Or probably ever. I do not think that the plutonium sword is a good item. Bows is maxed out. Sweet. I'm going to train some defenses. Whoa, we've been shafted. Those Reavers can do quite a lot of damage, so expended some resources to make sure they died fast. I could magic map here, but I think we're doing okay. We'll get back up. Okay. Hey, it's our first Guardian Serpent. Well, I want to swap on poison resistance. Wow. Another one of these things. This could be good. Probably won't be, but could be. Oh, it's good. Oh, it's so good. I love it when I see a bow that's above +9. This one comes complete with some very nice resistances and Senv, and it even has plus invisible on it. So here's our endgame weapon. It won't be terribly great against Orbs of Fire, but I mean, whatever. I think we'll be okay. We'll just use resources or something against them. Okay, take Phantom Mirrors. My MR is only plus, so if I pop this on, I see that Orc Sorcerers still have a 14% chance of paralyzing me. So what we really want is that Ring of the Mage. Unfortunately, Ring of the Mage is a little bit outside my price range right now. I think I'm probably going to go to Orcish Mines anyway. Not just yet. In the next video, I mean. Because I do have Fear, and I have Blinking, and I have Teleport. I have all kinds of things that will save me the indignity of dying to an Orc Paralyze. With that said, if this was any other character, like not a Centaur capable of doing ludicrous things to survive, I might actually consider doing a little bit of Swamp or something first, just to get the gold, to get the MR that I want. But the thing is, this is a Trog character. I can just throw on Trog's Hand every time I go down or up a staircase, and then I'm safe. So it's not really a big deal. In fact, I want to test something. I want to use Trog's Hand. Yeah, I'm not exactly immune, so we'll wear this thing all the time, but still. As long as I'm wearing the MR ring, I'm immune to paralyze. So we'll just do that whenever we go down and up staircases, and we'll be just fine. Particularly with this longbow, where we can probably one-shot orc sorcerers very, very quickly as soon as we see them. So, should have an easy time. So next time we'll do orc. We'll follow the usual pattern when I'm doing one of these centaurs with a bow. Probably do like orc, swamp, spider, and then probably elf if there's time. Anyway, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Until next time, I'm signing out.